Yu Yu Hakusho Season 2 Review. Warning contains spoilers to Season 1. In reviewing the first collection of Yu Yu Hakusho, I commented that the series is very much a battle anime with some added supernatural elements added into the mix. The battle elements is very much the focus of the second collection, as it is entirely taken up by a fighting tournament story, which is not concluded by the time the collection ends. The series continues with the Dark Tournament, a contest normally between different yokai to determine who is the strongest of all. However, Spirit World Detective Yusuke Urameshi has entered the tournament alongside his four companions, his classmate Kazuma Kuwabara, their trainer Genkai, albeit wearing a mask, meaning Yusuke is the only one who knows her identity, and the yokai allies who are working on their punishments, plan manipulating Fox Yokai Kurama, and the three Hiei. Not surprisingly, they are the underdogs, given that almost everyone watching the tournament is a yokai who happily wants to see the humans and the rebellious yokai get killed. The only individuals rooting for Yusuke's team are his supernatural boss, Koinma, spiritual fairy woman, Butan, Yusuke's love interest, Kiko Yukimura, Kuwabara's sister, Yushizuru, and the ice maiden, Yukina, who is actually the twin sister of Hiei, although he wants to prevent her from finding this out. As the various battles of the dead unfold, Yusuke undergoes his final training with Genkai, but the main rivalry forms against Team Tokoro, considered among others two brothers that Yusuke and the gang have previously fought, but who had such great strength that they were somewhat powerless against them. Now Yusuke wants to take them on again, and the stakes become much greater when we learn that the younger, more violent Tokoro brother had a relationship with Genkai dating back 15 years ago. This results in Genkai and Tokoro have their own private fight outside of the tournament, leading to dire consequences for all concerned. As mentioned, just about all of this collection is a series of various battles, and as a result, this bunch of episodes does feel a tad monotonous at times. There are occasionally some moments of significant plot development, however, such as Genkai giving Yusuke his final trial, and Kurama being able to build up his strength to release his true fox-like self. There are other moments of interest too in some of the battles, having already fought someone who used yo-yos as weapons, which is something later used by Killua in Hunter x Hunter. Both series being made by Yoshihiro Togashi. Another fighter is revealed to be a clown and uses playing cards as weapons. It feels like an early drop of Hisoka. There are some problems with production in this collection from Funimation. Once again, there is a fourth disc in this collection, which contains a single 13-minute extra about the design of the series. You also get Texas opening and closing themes. The openings is the same as before, Smileba by Matsuko Owatari, but the ending is uniquely Sayonara Bye Bye by the same performer. However, the worst issue is the titles. Given to some of the episodes, I will remove the most offending part himself, but I will say that episode 52 is a collection called The Death of Spoiler. That's like giving Jane Fern the title The First Mrs. Register is at the Attic. The Japanese title is like a little spoiler field going spoiler false. Leaving the matter of the exact fall open to interpretation, as it doesn't necessarily imply death. Just a note about the title cannot be avoided if you are watching it. This collection ends with the opening rounds of the Dark Tournament Grand Final, so hopefully we'll be able to move on to some fresh content in the third collection. 6 over 10.